thought about it, Cryptic. Door is a little squeaky. All right, let's just get things rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hunters of all ages, hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Hunting Lodge weekly streams. It's been like 3 weeks. That's a long time in internet terms. A long time. I haven't done anything. Well, I've done lots, but I haven't been in our game. I haven't touched my PC. I was away for 2 weeks, and we went to our ranch. It was a lot of fun. Just feed up, lots of good eats, and rainy days, unfortunately. But since I've come back, I have spent the last week and change trying to catch up on Community. Let me tell you, man, it is, wow. My eyes were going square. I did nothing but read for the first week, just trying to catch up on things that I've fallen behind on. Because honestly, for me to do my job well, I need to be on top of what's being said, what people are doing, you know, all that fun stuff. Good to see you, everyone. Good to see you, chat. What's going on? I'm doing great, Nature Beast. Good to see you. Welcome, my friend. Timothy Davis, good to see your name, sir. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Morgan. Welcome. Hey, Sea Kayak, what's going down, my man? Good to see you, sir. Mystique? Oh, Mystique? That wasn't really meant to be a thing. Teak, mist, you know it's a thing. Oh, Cryptic, what's up, my man? Jeremy, how's it going, brother? Good to see you. No, they're not instant. They're pretty quick, though. 2 minutes, up to, yeah, not as long as everyone seems to think. But, they also don't appear in that one spot. Respawns take time to move around. What's going down, Hunter Wheels? Good to see you, my man. Hello to Hungry. Welcome, Robinator. Oh, man, I love the reach of our community. We are global, international. To the moon, baby. Okay, not to the moon yet, but one of these days we'll get a moon DLC where we can go hunt moon rocks. I mean, it'd be fun to bounce around in zero grav in this engine, I gotta be honest. Don't mind me, just haven't done the dishes, doing a little light reading this morning. We are on them. Yes, New England mountains. We're gonna go for a little wander about. I feel like this map gets a little bit of a bum deal. Well, from some of our community. I know some love it. Some just don't care for it. It just depends on how you hunt and what you want to do. Today, I'm going to go and check some of my old haunts. It's tough. I'm not on my OG account, but I've been pushing this account and I'm going to stick with it. Last time we were here, we're in the fields, aren't we? Last time we were here, we were doing that Halloween event last year, which actually is a great segue. Just a quick heads up. There's a new discussion started by Patricia in the Discord. You might want to go and check it out. Maybe you've got something you want to say, a little bit of input, get your voice heard. It's not a big news, but we're really trying to work towards some things and get some ideas. And no guarantees that this stuff's going to happen, but we're talking about events. Right? Events and, whether it's seasonal events and ideas for the events and just any and all things about it. So check it out. There's a post. Should be below this. Oh, no, it'll be in the polls channel. There'll be a link to it, which is a forum post, so you can put all of your thoughts in there, not just multiple choice. Actually, I commend Patricia for doing that, because sometimes it's hard to really get the feel on what everybody's thinking by just pick one of 4. So, yeah, get in there and let us know what you guys think. Oh my goodness. I'm not in the swing of things yet. I'm really not. Yeah, I'm stuck on vacation time. I haven't shot a digital gun in oh my goodness, it's going on a month. All right, let's go ahead. So where do we want to go? As you can see, not my main account, but it's fun. It's fun. I'm the guy that likes to do all the restarts because I like the progression. I like the thrill of the hunt and trying to, find what your current map is and what's going on. I'm not big on repetition, so I like to move around and sort of do my thing. Is this the playthrough? I think it is. This is where I got the Great One Moose. I do think it is. And it wasn't long after the map came out that, just poking around, just hunting, and poof, there he was. So we're going to go back down there and see what's happening. See what's there. I seen a short of someone in Africa jump off a cliff 360, then 360 no scope. Holy, Taylor Humes. Good to see you, my man. What's up, brother? What's up? Oh, I have all kinds of ideas for new maps. Yes, absolutely. Oh, right on. Tiffany Davis, you're on New England as well. Great minds think alike, sir. Great minds think alike. What are some of the new updates? No updates yet. We do have some stuff cooking. Oh, yes. And don't worry, we got the timer set. It's not going to burn, but it's in the oven. You guys will, oh no. You'll be hearing about that stuff soon. Don't rain on me. What am I, on vacation? It's literally. Okay, just before we get started. I hadn't taken a vacation since I started with EW. Because the whole additive, well, if you enjoy what you do, you don't work a day in your life. So what do you need a vacation for, really, right? But we took one this year. I took a 2-week. We went to our ranch, Black Mountain Ranch, and we got a golf course there. So I'm like, I'm going to go golfing every day. It's going to be a golf vacation. Good food, good drinks, good company. Yeah, it rained right up to the very last weekend, which was like this major event down at the ranch. And so, there was thousands of people, and we couldn't get on the course. So the only golfing I got in was mini golf. Yeah, that's the thing. So this rain, I can tell you, it can just, yeah, never mind. Not going to use the bleep button. Let's carry on. So this is one of my favorite spots in the entire game is right here. I absolutely love the river system on New England mountains. It's so immersive to walk down. It helps that there's an area that we actually wander about that looks just like this. Really does. And moving along down by the river in a van. Down by the river, it pulls me in, man. Suckers. And I kind of screwed up. Can I tell you my shame? We're a little off topic. We're just filling you in on some of the Jaxy doings. I didn't realize that my PAL expired this year. My firearm PAL. That's in Canada. Your PAL's your firearms license. Yeah, it actually expired last year, and I didn't realize. And so I've got an urgent renewal in. It's not looking good. So I really need our game right now to scratch that itch, if you know what I'm saying. Vacation's mandatory here if you want it or not. It's like 4 weeks. Bill, you're in EU, aren't you? I know in like Sweden, it's you start. Everyone's got 5 weeks vacation. It's absolutely amazing. They really support their employees over there. Not like here in North America. Everyone in NA right now is going to be nodding their head in agreement. We live the rat race here. It's like work as much as you can, as long as you can, to get ahead if you can. Yeah, it's quite a different culture in EU, and they're years and years ahead of us here. Sorry, I didn't mean to trigger anybody, but I experienced it firsthand. New trophy lines, please. Rifle silencer and shooting tripods would be nice. Oh, are we already getting into our wish list? Well, good to see you guys too, man. Yeah, how was your day? Oh, never mind. I'm just kidding. I just couldn't wait to see you guys, man. It's I've really come to realize that this is a part of my life. And being gone for 2 weeks, God, that was hard to do. Need a map in Texas, ocelots. That would be Clax, it was a nice vacation. It was a good recharge, brother. Is falconry going to be a possible future update? Honestly, Nature Beast? You are now Nature Beach. It makes sense, right? Nature Beast. Everything is possible. And our devs right now, like the sky's the limit. There's some things happening, man. Thank you, Los Roccos. Oh, and hey, greetings to Germany. Hello. I was actually, it's funny. Let me just throw this out there. I didn't know this. In talking of what I mentioned earlier about how in the Discord we have that forum post running, talking about the possible events and how it would happen and what it would look like, etc., etc. And of course, certain ones I see a lot is like Halloween, because classic with the werewolves. We won't ever see that. I can just tell you that right now. I tried right from day one, but it's just different game, different coding, different platform, different way to institute. Well, we might see some things, but it's spurred on the conversation. So I see that a lot. And then I saw a lot about Thanksgiving. And I thought, oh, that's like a North American thing. That's Canada and the US, although we're 2 different days. But does anyone else celebrate it? So I Googled it. Yeah, I didn't realize. So unofficially Brazil, Germany. I didn't know that. I was like, oh, Germany celebrates Thanksgiving. That's interesting. Now I got to know what date. But it said unofficial, so maybe there isn't a date tied to it. And a couple other places. Latvia, I think it said. And Curiosity does it possible to put an aggression toggle in the UI menu as a difficulty setting. It's been a topic of conversation. It's things that I've asked in the past, especially when we were bringing the aggression to the moose and whatnot. It's a big ask, and please, I don't mean to trigger with this. Please hear me out. It's a big ask for a little return, if you understand what I mean. There would be a ton of effort to put that in place, to have a toggle that would turn off aggression, and it would leave certain animals half-hearted, if you know what I mean. I don't think it's a look that our designers would like. They like a consistency, but it's always something worth putting a suggestion in. I've seen it talked about. You're not alone on an island on this, my friend. There's others out there that aren't keen on it or want to be able to toggle it. Are we getting trail cams? We'll have to see. We will really have to see. And again, a lot of it comes down to community. You guys might not realize this, but when we run those surveys, there's always little questions in there, depending on what the answers are. And then we run polls within Discord. And then we also listen to the community and we see what's being requested a lot. And then, there's more. This is what happens when you're community driven. And then we track all of the suggestions in the feedback forum within Discord. It's a lot of work, I'll tell you. When I see what like our dev team took a lot of this on, it's not even community, which is the stuff that we normally do and try to funnel to them. They just took a lot of this on, and just because they saw the conversations, they saw us pushing everybody to the forums and lighting them up. Not saying I'll pop a New Guinea map. That'd be cool. I saw that, Trader. I saw your proposal in Discord. I see y'all, brother. And I always pay attention when I see. I like the effort and the detail that you put into yours. Okay, so this is actually no, not quite. I can't remember if it was here or if it was up here. The belt nap notch. I haven't even shot a digital rifle. My goodness, I'm gonna botch it. So we should botch it on a female first. Just join what I say. The good welcome, Mike Best. Good to have you, man. Good to have you here. Culligan, man, what's going down, dude? Hi, Jaxy. Please read this for the second time. Jaxy, can you do my homework? Do you want to pass? If so, I would pass it to somebody else. Want my respawns to be there if I go to a zone 20 minutes later. There's more than just time. It's a hunting game, so there's more than just time that makes animals respawn. Right? So, yeah. You'll have to jump around and hunt and figure out what that is. I can't tell you how the respawns work, but there's definitely a thing to it. What up, MT? Good to see you, my man. John Eric. Yes, I want my moon map too. I do. Do you like the rivers? It is. Devil Risen. I find myself. This is one of those maps. It's like Serenity now, right? It really, really is. It was awesome. I'm calling it, man. It was awesome. It rained a lot. I didn't get to do a lot of the things I wanted to do, but we did a lot of things we didn't want to do. And I bought a new Jeep. Yeah, I know. I just bought one last year. Wasn't happy with it. Upgraded. Got myself a 2019 Rubicon, a Wrangler Rubicon, fully loaded, man. Sky One Touch roof. Thing's awesome. I don't have to lift the roof off anymore. It's kind of nice. But, I was just about to dump the money into my last Jeep. I was about to lift it, put on 35s. I wanted a snorkel on it. Needed the bin on the top. Bush bar, well, a sport bar, just a big tow bar off the front, all the light package I wanted to do. Anyhow, I'm in the process. I was about to do that, and yeah, so this one has all that done. I just got to buy tires. I'm good to go, man. So, yeah, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I realized my PAL, my firearms license here in Canada, expired last year. I didn't realize that until planning a trip with my buddies. I'm planning 3 big trips. And I went to get everything together because we were talking about heading out and doing a little scouting and checking the area out because it opened up here on the 1st, right? So we were thinking, hey, let's just go and see. 4 points or better is what it is for mules right now. Whitetails aren't open yet. But good luck. They're like unicorns. Like at this time of year, good luck. They know, right? They know. So, yeah, and I saw it was expired. So I'm still going to probably head out with my buddies just to get out, and I'll drive, and I'll be a guide, I guess. It's gonna kill me, because this will be the year I see everything standing there, holding a freaking target on its lungs, just waiting, and my buddies will get them. I get all terrains and mud tires, probably ATs. I'll probably get all terrains, Hawk, just because I do a lot of, I drive my kids around. I really only get into the mud no more than half a dozen times a year, so, my old Bronco, years back, I had a Bronco, and it was done right up. She was my mud toy, and I had multiple sets of tires, but I ain't doing that. It got her the days, man. I'm getting old. Here's a fun fact. Earlier this morning, apparently Prongman has such good eyesight that on a clear night, they can see rings of Saturn. No way. That is cool. Huh. Really? Didn't know that. How about an event map that is playable during events, only playable during events? Devs can work on it while it's offline to change populations for next event or whatever. Make an entirely new map just for, I mean, it's not a bad idea, but that's a lot of work to get an event set up, don't you think? Typically events, I'd like to see them put time into maybe creating a special species or a special fur or a special weapon or clothing or something. Bring it all in. All females. I got all females kicking around down here. See, this is why you can't just start shooting. Although they are a good ways off. They're 300 out. I wouldn't have spooked them, but I didn't know what was right behind this tree line. You have to really be smart about your hunt on the map. Oh, I'm sorry, DT. I barely English, let alone anything else. Still, the greatest enemy here I have to this day is the kangaroo. Nice that aspect. I've heard that. Jackson E. dove hunted in New Mexico. Oh. Oh, it's not a bad idea. I wouldn't mind seeing something like that. I got to get back to the birds. I took a hiatus from them after Revan 2. Oh, if you shoot, no one will know. Everyone knows here, man. Just adding more Hunt Club stuff would be really cool. I do enjoy earning money. You know, Xander, you're not wrong. And there's plenty of need to still earn the money. There was a time when we just had too much, you know, to do with, and we didn't know what to do with it, but times have changed, right? Dove hunting in Mississippi would be cool. Yeah, is dove hunting a big thing down there? Let's get another Spain or Afghan map so we get the rest of the goats and ibex. Could also throw in roe deer. Great one if that's ever possible to be made. Like 30 ibex species throughout there. It'd be cool to see more of the bigger ones. That'd be cool. That would be cool. I'd be down for that. Yeah, an Afghan map. That sounds pretty cool. Can't see the quail models, let alone a dove model. You can't see the quail models? Bigger screen. Rancho Jaguar, yeah, but that's like... I don't know. I know there's a big controversy around that. You know? Tough one, hey? Tough one. Duck hunting is extremely popular in Louisiana. I did know that. I know duck hunting's big down there, and Mississippi was seriously lacking in that regard, right? I know right off a launch, the demand for wood duck and stuff was really high. Forgive me, I'm you know, I hunt in British Columbia. I'd love to say that I'm an international hunter and have hunted the globe, but I'd be lying through my bearded teeth, so I'm not going to do that. Exciting times ahead of us, my friends. You know, we're moving into a fun season here. And I came back to so many DMs. You guys, it's like people watch the calendars and count the days of the week. And is my camera fuzzy? Is that something weird happening? Maybe it's just that monitor. It's on my cheap monitor right now. But yeah, fun stuff ahead. Some real fun stuff ahead. You guys are going to be surprised this year, I think. There's some pretty cool things happening. We got a big lineup of things happening next year and how we're going about things. We're swapping things up a little. I think you even saw some of our progression with the community weapon pack. That's been coming along really cool. Just note that you notice how everything was grayed out. Those are placeholders. You'll often see a lot of those same models in place of other guns. And once they've been designed, they've worked on, they won't have that grayed out. That just shows up for rifle, for, you know, that and different sizes and classes. Those are ones like I've seen them used in others before. So, you know, don't think anything's being stuck on that. I saw some people stuck on the rail and they're like, that's not accurate. But, you know, not saying there won't be a rail on there because we do make things our own, right? And we try to make things our own and make it sort of relevant to the game. Not to say we wouldn't like to see branded stuff in the future. I guess we'll get warmed up and shoot something here. There's no males, and we'll kind of work our way around. So, what do I have with me? Let's go to the inventory. We've got the 22-243 set, the Malmer 7mm, very important distinction there, and the I always mess it up. The 300 mag tactical. So let's just go ahead and pop them with the 300. That's on 5. Dun, dun, dun. And we'll give him a little love, and we'll go right through that shoulder. That should about do ya. Why am I not spawning? Do I not have? Oh, I don't. Do I not have? I don't. Wait. There we go. I hit C. How did I hit C? To C or not to C? I hit the C. There are so many species of duck, Louisiana, cinnamon, green. Yes, lots. Lots. You know, but, you know, like, so here's the thing. I mean, balance is everything, right? And that map is, you know, it's well situated now, I think. And it's a challenging map. It's a great spot to get after some of the reptilian style hunts. But, you know, if we add a bunch of ducks, other population's going to get pulled back, right? I like the fact that when we say, let's take, for example, Revan Tuli. Revan Tuli was designed with duck hunting in mind. That was the focus there. You know, just because an area has something, it comes down to what's the team's thoughts when they're designing. You know, so to take Reventuli to stuff a bunch of ducks, and although it would work because there is a lot of waterways. But how would that work with the likes of the gators? Would they eat said ducks? I feel like they should. Okay, what am I doing? We shot a thing. Let's go find it. Oh, these guys. We moved after them, so that's not happening. Let's, you go ahead and track. I don't even know. It looks like they ran off this way. I didn't even find the blood. It's probably that over there. No, this is them. This is the whitetail. All right. You get after it. We hadn't moved up quite yet. Hey, Jaxy, fitting map choice because I was going to ask, will the team ever consider adding New England or new animals to the mountains? Just help it feel more relevant, I guess. Again, backfilling something the team is keen on because the community's so keen on it. I hate discussing it. I hate giving it legs because I don't like the idea of backfilling. I like when a map comes out with that careful design and the way the species are split up. I like it like that. When you add more, it changes it. It changes the feel. It changes the hunt. But you know, that's my personal. That doesn't reflect the team whatsoever. The team's keen on it because a lot of the communities requested it, and let's face it, once they're in game, you know, to get animals into a map, it's you know, like I can't say it's not hard because everything in game development is hard. That's one thing I've learned. I always laugh when I see comments. Would it be hard because this is already here? Oh yeah, it would. Like there was a great suggestion about like an April Fool's hunting the inflatable alligator from Mississippi, and it shouldn't be that hard. Oh my God, it would be super freaking hard. You'd have to completely animate that, which would be months of. Okay. Anyways, we cut right through it, and yeah, there you go. We lunged it. We took it out. That's our warm-up shot. Now we're not allowed to miss anything. Or, you know, there it is. I had a great break, Barley. Thank you for asking, my friend. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. I have much respect for you, my friend. At a time when things were weird, and we had... I get it when people are passionate. I'm going to be... Hey, can I... You know, just between you, me, and the walls, guys. You know, we recently had an event with that update with how people were trying to get their voices heard, and I think it had adverse effects, like coming out and swinging gets you nowhere. But there were certain members of the community that were so sensible, even though they agreed with some of the other stuff. How you handle your stuff, how you handle yourself in life really has an effect on how things move forward. So anyhow, big props to you, my friend. You handle yourself very well in the situation. Can we get a Rio Grande turkey mount with males and females? Possible. That's something we really want to do is up our game with multi-mounts and just regular mounts and the trophy lodges and stuff. We'll see. Things are peaceful and nice, as we knew they would be. Everybody reacted before they had a chance to try it, right? I understand some people maybe hadn't ever played the game other than one particular way. But, you know, we have to understand that it's a hunting game. It's always going to move forward like that. You know, we just have to assimilate. We just have to find new ways, figure things out, right? I can't see the quill. Oh, I read that alone. I read that already. Pink Lady, what's going down? Great one, Lion. Oh my God, please. You know, you're not alone. I think, and hey, that would be a great time to rework Lions, wouldn't it? Because they need a little bit of love. Their manes are looking a little scraggly. Oh man, don't tease me. Bob White Quails. One of, man, if you want a real niche hunt, get after them. There's some of the best trophies in game. Okay, first male we've seen. Let's see. You're a little close. You're a little close. Let's get a little closer. Get a little closer. Don't be shy. With the community web pack releasing the end of 24, does that mean there will be no new map release in December? You'll have to see what we're up to. What's a rock? You'll have to see what we're up to for December. Stay tuned. It's the best I can tell you right now. It's way too early to talk about that stuff and to reveal anything. But we got something we got to get through first. That's it's almost ready to be pulled out of the oven. You guys will want to check it out. If it means more maps as epic as Nepal, I'm totally fine with the map. Right. Well, you know, you can see the difference, right? We changed up how we do things how we wanted to do things. And it really was an experiment with Emerald Coast. And it set that bar high, man. And then Nepal, which, general consensus is it's a banger of a map. Probably the best in game to date. Definitely has the highest quality. You can see the care and the thought with the home ranges, the need zones, the animal behavior, and all the new species. So yes, I agree. I think I would like to see more like that too. However, we also saw that there's a heck of a gap to fill in doing so. So we'll see. We'll see. People are complaining more. Okay, they found another game to play. Views are down, gameplay's down, streamers are down. Just a matter of time. No, actually, Roger. So typical always this time of year. There's ebb and flow to games, but we are so much further ahead. The game's doing fantastic. Game is doing really, really well. And it was a huge spike in positive reviews with that update. And, more people returned to the game. It's unfortunate that some were affected as they felt, and some did move on. But hey, that happens. It does. Okay, though, we're getting a new unpack. What's that? Other weasel. I'm sorry. I like to read all the comments, the good, the bad, and the ugly. A lot of people have their own perspectives. They don't look at the statistics and stuff, but I still like to try and read through it. Imagine being so oblivious that you write this comment. That's as far as I'm going to go with that. Viewership is lower on Twitch because on Twitch it just seemed to only be grinders. All the others felt, all the old OG streamers felt as if that's what was the only way to, it's that there's a whole topic of conversation there. Not one that I really want to get into. Okay, what are we doing? Lay down. Let's go ahead and take a shot on this 3 right here. And let's grab our 300 again. This should be an interesting angle, but we're still looking good. We'll try and see, can we get all the way through and still catch that lung? We should. We should. Bloody tanks, these things, man. So we got our single lung. Let's see, anything else over there? All right. Ryder, it costs nothing to be nice. I know, some people forgot that. Dallas, what's going down? Cowboy Stars, good to see you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We are back on the hunt. Yes, absolutely. All the numbers are still good on Steam. They're through the roof on Xbox. We're every year we set a higher standard and higher numbers. It's crazy. Yeah, no, you're right. The numbers aren't lying. The numbers show that we're through the roof, man. We get to see that, though. I guess you guys don't get to see it all. But, if you watch it, you'll see it. I always say this way, get on Steam right now. We are in a slow period. So you have to understand the ebb and flow of our game. I know there's people at work watching this going, why are you addressing this? Because that's what I do. I try to talk about everything, okay? I try to address the stuff. We see massive peaks, and then we see dips, and this actually, it held even longer than normal. And that's not true. I don't know what you're looking at saying 3 months ago. It was, or was that when Nepal came out? Because yes, that would make sense. We had a massive spike. And it carried even longer this time. It only dipped off about a month back, which is really cool to see. But every year, that period, it lengthens where the hype and the excitement's there. And we've really seen that since Emerald Coast with the quality maps and stuff and features and that have come out since then. It's really had a big improvement, and really, you can see it. It's palpable. You can almost feel it. And then, to watch it all just shoot through the roof like it is. But then it dips right before release. So then we typically hit this. It'll go back up for about another month. It'll start to dip down. It'll come back up on the next release. It's been that way for 7 years. But the difference being is that every year, those overall numbers grow bigger, which is, it's cool to watch. It's not something I got to see until I got into, there he is on the ground over there, until I got into the company and involved and actually get to check them out. I'd love to see this company get into AAA, with its community mentality, not dissing any of the other AAAs out there. but I feel like a lot of AAA games are a lot more impersonal. You know, it's a nice thing. It's one of the reasons I like being a AA studio is they're a little more in touch with their community and they're able to do things a little differently. It's one of the things that drew me to EW. It's also a busy time of year. Yeah, you know, and summer is notoriously low to begin with. People are out there doing things, and then, but it starts to pick up as far as, you know, viewership and stuff. That's a completely different trend. We kind of break those trends a little with our release schedule. We have some releases that come in the real low areas of the year. You're talking my forte now, but then, you know, it's interesting to see. But we're getting back to that busy time of year for our creators, which is exciting. Let's go grab this guy. And I don't know, how far along are we here? We got a little further to go. It's 14:48, and we're good till a little bit longer. But at any rate, everyone's entitled to their own thoughts and opinions. The numbers don't lie, though, you know, and that's what we base ourselves on. What kind of new map will we be seeing this? I can talk about that. If there's anything in the works, I'm excited for the Street 375 H&H, but man, that rail looks so wrong. What rail? That's what I was saying earlier. That's a placeholder. That's not at all. I mean, it could end up looking like that, I guess. I haven't seen, because they haven't started working on that just yet, to my knowledge. Those are just placeholders. Those are used whenever we're making guns. They get slapped in, depending on the class of the size of the gun. But it could have a rail, because we do make things our own, right? Are we talking about trapping? Is that what I missed over here? Positively obsessed with the gad hair. Smashing machine gun. It really is something else. You know, I think you understand why they had to nerf it a little. That thing originally, I think it went all the way up to class 9, which it should. But, oh my God, it's just unbelievable, that thing. Look at these guys. Look at these guys over here. Oh, is there one? Did I get him? No, they're all 2s. Always take a look. Allow me some fresh baked DLCs. I'm a newest player, love the game, and doing a fallow grind. I'm 4Ks in, no great one yet. You're brave, my friend. Yeah, you're brave. I mean, have at her. I'm the wrong person to ask. I don't grind. I may have invented herd management, but I'm not a grinder. I just can't. I can't repetitively. It doesn't do it for me. So, but lots of great creators out there that you can check with. I would recommend Scarecrow, and Lady Legend. They're good friends of mine. I like watching them out there and absolutely smacking it up. But good on ya, 4K. Jeez, dude. In December, I hope that it's coming. In December, I hope that it's coming a great one with drink zones. So grind is good. I could read between the lines. Yeah, you know, you're gonna see things to the game. Like, it's unfortunate that all of our great ones that came in a row were all, you know, drink zone, need zone, heavy focus animals. Because you know, then we put the first one out and people were like, oh my goodness. But I do see a lot of folks really digging it as well. But yeah, it's definitely an adjustment, isn't it? It's an adjustment not having those drink times, because that's how a lot of people they hunt, right? I like to hunt the drink areas for the view, like this. But I fall into those traps as well. I've put in a big effort to actually head out and to hunt the rest zones. Rest zones are a lot of fun. They're actually good tree stand opportunities as well. But anyways, back to your point, you know, you'll see more great ones that'll have drink zones, but you'll see more that have different things to them. Different. I think we'll see. I'd kill for a map like that. Really want polar bears while yeah. There's lots of good opportunities for maps. Thank you, Demonic Dragon. Thank you. It's good to be back, man. I had a great time, but I just miss community. I miss these streams. I miss the daily buzz that I get so into, and it just becomes a part, you know, a day in the life of sort of thing, right? All right. Well, I guess we'll pop one of these and see if any mails go running out. Hold on. Yeah, let's hit it with the 7mm. See how it does. We've been using the 300 there. Let's see about dropping this right in the shoulder, right in behind, right in that crease. Oof. You felt that, didn't ya? And let's see. Slower on the single lung, as you'd expect. But, you know, it's a nice comparison having the... it's a weird loadout I'm rocking right now. I wouldn't normally carry the 7mm and the 300. I actually had it on from our last hunt, and I was trying some things. I normally wouldn't carry the two big guns like that. You know, unless I wanted something for just a quick swap rather than a reload. It's good when you're hunting bison and buffalo and such. But nice to compare the two as well. What are your thoughts on atlatls and spears? Oh, I don't even know what that is, Sander. I apologize, man. Just primitive weapons at all. I mean, it's just from the feedback form. I think some of the team would be very open to ideas like that, especially if it's something the community is really banded together and wants. If you're asking my personal opinion, you know, for me, this game is an extension, or rather not an extension. Maybe it kind of is, of my real world hunting. I play this game when I play it in my spare time as a way to scratch that itch, you know, as a way to head out and to sate my hunting needs, if that makes sense. Because, like, truly, sometimes, man, you know, you're waiting to go on a trip, and what do, right? You go a little stir crazy. And for me, it's this, and even Classic, although I haven't touched Classic in a while. Have you guys ever thought about adding more reticles and scopes? We absolutely have. Yeah, I think we're well overdue. Yeah. You know, I mean, I pretty much only use the Hyperion, you know, when it comes to scopes. I have done for 7 years now. Jackson, did you catch a lot of fish on your vacation? No. There were so many things I wanted to do that we didn't get to. So, you have to understand, it had been a stupid hot summer here. And all we packed was shorts and tank tops and stuff for going to the lake. So stupid. We were so dumb. Oh man, we weren't ready for the rain. Yeah, it was just a bad scenario all around. I didn't get any golfing in, I didn't get any fishing in. Yeah. But it was very relaxing. Thing about new is that it feels so damn authentic. It's incredibly accurate. Map kind of brought me back to the game for good. I feel like do you mean New England Mountains? Was that a mistype? Is that what you meant? Why is he not telling me the next map? J-Man, come on, dude, you're not new here. You know we can't do that until we're like close to it releasing. We can't. That's never been done. It never will be. And I ain't getting fired. So that's why. Like, it's not even a conversation yet. Moving on. Good luck, everyone whose hunting seasons are starting soon. They started here already. But the beginning of our hunting season's a tease, though, right? Like, it's all it's all 4-point or better. And remember, I'm in Canada, so that's, 4-side, right? You guys say 4x4 or an 8-point. You guys say 8-point in the States, right? And we say a 4-point, which means it's got 4 points. Count them on one side. And they're hard to find. They're so hard to find. It's like finding a unicorn at the beginning of the season because they know. Hello. Oh, we're not going to get it off. We're not going to get it off. Oh, yeah. Let's go. It's only a 6, but absolutely, when you get a bobcat staring at you, you stare back, with your polymer tips. Atari isn't really meant to be grinded. I'll be honest with you, Hawk. We knew people would find the way. You can grind it. You can, but it's not a traditional grind, so to speak. You can be creative. The game's gotta, as it increases, it gets better. It's also gotta get more challenging, too. Gotta keep people involved. Gotta keep you interested. Who wants just the same thing time and time again? You know what I'm saying? Depends if you're in the east or west point. Oh, what am I reading? Oh yeah, it depends where you are, where the hunting season starts. Absolutely. But yeah, exciting that it started here already, man. Colorado, we say 4x4 in Texas. They count all the points of one. Yeah, I think Shelbinator, good to see you, by the way. I wonder if that's like your proximity to us, old Canada land. That's what we say. That's the Canadian thing, right? I learned when I first got into this community, man. I was like, they're like, what's your biggest buck? I'm like, I got a 4-point once. And they're like, that's it? Like, yeah, man, that's huge. They're like, no, what are you doing up there? What are you? Only to realize we were talking about the same thing. But I used to say it all over. I'm very affected by my U.S. counterparts down there. Oh my God, what happened? Your dun gun shot its leg off. Ooh, I'm sorry. There we go. So beautiful. Got a gold out of a 6. I dig it. One of the cutest updates, remodels that we've had in the game. Yeah, looks good. And, not bad money. Beautifique. All right, back down to the waterway. We got a half hour before drink time. I want to get up to here. I'm pretty sure that's where my great one was. That's what you can tell. I found it and lost my mind. That was like the last time I came up here. Always keep it with the good memories. Any chance of getting Tar and Tiara? I think there's some backfills that absolutely make sense and need to happen. That being one of them. I think that needs to happen. I think there's many that would agree, including our devs. Oh, you're alert? Do we want a little more money? Oh, yeah. Never mind. I'm so used to back in the day where you hit the heart, they drop right away. That's why I went to throw that second one out. Then went nowhere near it because it jumped and jived. It went left when I went right. And I did look down here, didn't see anything, so I didn't think we were gonna spook anything. So why not make a little money, honey? Just recently saw a post in the official requesting a great one road deer. Yeah. It was mentioned here earlier too. It's been something that's been brought up. I'd like to visit some of the less favorite great ones, but I still think there's some that need to happen. We need mule deer. We need elk. They're just for the amount of requests we've had for those. I feel like we just need to make those happen, Captain. But there's a lot more that needs to come too. But roe deer, I think, would be cool. They're actually a lot of fun to hunt. They really are. Andrew the Drake, what's happening, Matt? That's how they do where you are. You split it up for the species like that. He said what he sees is most people refer to the total number of points when talking about whitetails, and when talking about mule deer, it's the other way. That's interesting. Huh. I got nervous, so she heard us. But we didn't see anybody else take off. Will Africa 2.0 ever happen? It's possible, yeah. Oh my goodness, Nodorf. What's good, man? Good to see your name. When are we getting a Swedish map? I like to think of Hirschfelden as the Swedish map, personally. Because it really does look like that in a lot of the areas I was in there. Although I didn't get into the bush, just, going through the countryside on the train and driving and such. Yeah, it would be cool. Amy the Huntress, thank you. Thank you. Welcome back to the streams yourself as well. It's good to be back. I'm not a fan of taking vacation, I gotta be honest. It's just not something I'm real big on, so to speak. Can't wait for the 450 Bushmaster's to get my new rifle for Andy Gab. Nice, Bass Brass. I like to hear it. I'm interested to see what it looks like. I've never hunted with one IRL, but it's always nice to have more in that range. Question possible? What? It mixes. I don't know how to answer that. Explanation mark, maybe. I'm sorry. Did you see the map concept of the African Big 5 idea? Oh, yes, Jumper, that's been around for, I think it's, people are still upvoting it. Trust me, it's been seen and recorded. Yeah, that's a good one. You also have to remember, and it's something I should stress about those forums. We want very much to hear everybody's thoughts and their opinions and such, but, even if something's really popular, there may be reasons why we can't do it. It may not jive with other things in development. And chances are we've already thought of all this as well. We have people that are paid to just brainstorm, our designers, and just come up with, new concepts, new ways to do things, find things. Wait, did I shoot one and not collect it? We're too far along. This is what I'm glad that it's a digital hunt. I'd never do that IRL. Of course, I'd be a lot more excited IRL. Who are we kidding? I'm from PA, and for whitetails and mule deer, we say total, and for like elk, we say like it's a 4x8. Yeah, elk's entirely different. What I've learned, Dakota, is that the majority, the vast majority, and I've learned this through being a creator. Canada, it's very much they just call the one side. US, they call them both. It's a by, 4x4. But it could be different, in different states and different areas and such as we're seeing here right now. But in a general consensus, and I like that. I like it. It's different areas, and everyone's kind of got their own thing going on. It's I'm running too fast. You're attentive. There we go. What else is over here? I try not to run. I used to be a run and gunner. And it works, but then you realize how many you're spooking without ever realizing. Okay. Is there something around that bend? Well, I just want to hit this 3. So let's go ahead and smack it. I did. I shot that one in the heart, didn't I? And it took off. I never got to check it. Okay. Zeroed in for 150. Right in the lung. And we'll give you one more just to make a little money. Okay. We'll go pick them up. Please fix the respawns of animals. We just did. Yes, in fact, we did just fix the respawns with our last update. Some of the issues that had pertained for a while that had been left for so long needed to be changed because of the fix that came to the tigers. It wasn't like we set out to make those changes. It's just how things happen when something's broke. So, but yeah, no, they're working exactly as intended. Animals all have there's different means for them to respawn. It's not just a timer. It's never meant to be just a timer. The time will not just push them out. Yeah, there's, and it's different for species. So, Sitka deer on another map would be very cool. Yeah. Yeah. I think if we were to bring Sitka out, so you could do Layton, even though we have them in that region, if there was like a Vancouver Island map, so it wouldn't work on Layton. I'm thinking of North America. There's not a lot of North American maps that you could land them onto. But you could put them onto Hirsch. Possibly, do you get Sitka? Would Medved fly? I don't think it would. I don't think they're in that region. But yeah, definitely a possibility. I think that we definitely do need. There's certain species like blacktail, blacktail specifically. I just want them on another map. Sitka is one that's actually been a big topic of conversation as well. Definitely some improvements that can happen. Okay. Let's be nice. Hawk, please, if you would. It's tough. And just imagine if that was your play style and there were changes that happened. We'd all be sad if there was a change that affected it. But what I implore people is anyone that was affected by it is, this is a player-made activity. Right? It's in a hunting game, and the game's always going to advance and change. So just be prepared to make adjustments. Right? It's still very much well and alive, as we saw almost right away with all the great ones coming in. So yeah. Oy! Oh, that's a little high. Maybe get a little more. I gotta pick this up. Oh my goodness, is that a thing? Did that really just happen here? Look at this. They were so close together in life. I love that your head didn't just fall right in there. Like, right into, don't even do it! Oh God, all these years and I still fall for it. But yeah, that's awesome. So what happens now? What happens when I claim this guy? Ah, she fell. You remember a time that wouldn't happen. Little things you guys don't see or don't notice when the changes happen. She went down with her man, right? Came float, totally. You're right, Shelminator. It does at times, so let me tell you, there's been some trying times of late. I've never been personally attacked. There was that small streamer, doesn't cover it anymore. Actually, I'm kind of glad when I saw how toxic he was accusing me of lying, and I got told while I was gone. He came back and accused me of BS, and I am as honest as the day is long, and I try to tell everything as it is. Just because you don't understand what I'm saying, which he made completely clear. Yeah, stuff like that. I get it. Some people get upset, man. I still kind of reel on it. That was tough. Those were tough times. Those were tough times. And I was like, what? Why am I under attack? What the heck? Yeah, wrong way to handle it, but they'll figure it out. Life just doesn't work like that. Okay, so we got 2, 3. Did we delete a zone? Yeah. Oh, and this is the zone I didn't want. Well, it doesn't matter. I just pushed them further down. If there was anything on the far over there, we'd have been okay. Holy dog do work. Till death do us part, right? The only NA maps I feel would be fun would be Texas, Florida, Guinea's Pipeline, especially British Columbia, and Arctic Canada. I mean, that's a lot. Cold-blooded croc. That's a lot of maps. Whoa, hey, what are you doing? Go on, get to work. What do you think I keep you around here for? I'm gonna have to feed him or something. Sarah, what's going down, brother? Any news and DLCs that are coming soon? Man, you know me. If there was news, I'd be screaming at the top of the closest mountain. Yeah. That's I get like old Macho Man when it comes out. I was like, seriously, I can't wait. I just can't wait. We're close. We're very close, but not close enough. If we were close enough, I'd be showing stuff off, and yeah. But soon, my friend, soon. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. How you doing, by the way, dude? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Okay, there's more happening here. Let's see. I still see what muscle memory does. I still go down here to track. All right, so those other guys are heading up here. It'd be most interesting if you didn't expect to show up or anything like that. I mean, fair, but that's a lot of maps, is all I was saying. And I'm with you. I'd love a Texas high wall ranch. I think that's a way we could actually really make some grinders happy. And could you imagine a high wall ranch? All the great ones, one per ranch, right? Ranch being like, X amount of kilometers wide, so you set up like 3 or 4 tents each. I just think it'd be a lot of fun. It'd be pretty cool. Anyhow, yes, I know. And there should be one more, dog. Don't rest on. Shot it from the top of a Greenland map. Could you imagine? Oh, I can't wait. 3D models for the Kingdom Unpacked looks sick. So, but those are placeholders. That's actually, I don't believe they're going to look a thing like that. It's possible. But from what I've seen in the past, typically when you see that, that's just like a placeholder. And it's the hardest part. Obviously, our artists have their art cut out for them. But the hardest part about things, what are you doing? I'm not praising you. Get to work. I said find things while I'm talking. It's the meshing it into the game, getting the ballistics set up when there isn't already currently a ballistics. Let's face it, the 300 blackout round is a new ballistic. It's not a 300. It's not like this 300. This is a much different caliber. I can't stress that enough. Did I not shoot the other one? Okay, is he tracking? No, he's idling. Come down here. Come with me, my pretty. Holy. You can smell me. I don't know. Well, it is a newer-ish map, which means I can probably shoot through this. But the old maps, like, you wouldn't be able to shoot through here. All right. Getting snappy shot. Where's the UK map? EW and unit. You know what? I'd be all for that. I really would. I'd be all for a UK map. I think I'd probably prefer like the Scottish Highlands. Although there is some good hunting. Fox hunting. UK period. But I know of some spots in Ireland, but it's all smaller game. I think it would have to be Scotland or maybe even like Northern England area. I don't know. Scotland seems like the most sensible. But yeah, who knows? We'll see. It'd be a lot of repeats, but I mean, we're at that point where you're going to see maps with repeats. That is a thing. Oh, look at the little buggers. Hi there. Oh, are you flying over here then, are you? Yeah. Sorry, I love these guys. All right, let's go pick this up. What was that? Oh, Emma, what did you say? A Florida map would be so cool. Gators would be great. That would be cool. Yeah. Yeah, into the March. That would be cool. We have that again, too. Need a dev behind the scenes on how they lay up the environment. I've been trying. I have really been trying to make that happen. It's tough. It's tough in the fact that you don't want to show too much. Everything's very proprietary with our team because it's all, we've created all the systems. They start from the ground up. They don't buy models and alter them, you know, and like an Unreal and stuff like that. Not bad, not bad. So we're past our drink time. I wouldn't mind taking a look at my whitetails. Here, let's pop over here and see if anything's hanging. I don't think I really have time to head up and do a walkabout. I like the wandering hunts, but not today. Yeah, K-Flow, you're not wrong. Well, that's just it. You know, Blue Pinkham, it's that's just it. It's the same with I mean, Scotland and England, it's pretty much going to be the same, right? You're going to have red deer as your biggest. You'll have fallows. Muntjacks are there too. There's a different style muntjack. They look similar, but also different. Look at this for catching our moose at the end of their drink time. Now, what's a lot of fun for you that like to really, you know, lose yourself in the hunt? After a drink time, when you see which way they move off, right? Typically, by the time I would walk around here and pick up their trail, you can follow them and get their rest zones or their eat zones, depending on which species and what comes next, right? And then you can find spots to set up tree stands. Set your tents back a little so you can slowly meander into those tree stands. We're just going to take a look around and see if there's anything else out here. So this werewolves is for classic or for color? So this werewolves. J-Man, do you mean the werewolf talk? That's classic. Classic has a werewolf event they do each year. It's more than that, actually. The last few years, they've had zombie animals and yeah. It's hey, Classic's free to pay. Go check it out. Free to play, not free to pay. You're free to pay what you like. It's free. Yeah, go check it out. Muntjack and Sitka deer as well. Yeah, their Sitka are smaller though, right? The Sitka are smaller there, I believe. I just wish Classic would get some love. It has. It has, actually. I think Ringtail's done a pretty fantastic job with it. I mean, it's, what is it, 16 this year coming in, or 17? Crazy, right? Crazy. It's crazy that it's gone on that long. You know, most games get a 2 to 5 year shelf life, right? Like successful games, you know, games that aren't successful, they go down, like they release and they're just not covered anymore. And that's kind of wild when you think about it. Classic, you know, it never had a huge player base, but it had a very passionate team and very passionate fans. And yeah, it's cruising away. Pretty cool to see, man. I have 17 years. Is it 17 or 16? What I meant, not for Call of the Wild. Completely different engine, completely different game, completely different studio. The way they deliver their events, it's all done through a launcher. It's server based. We're peer to peer. We have to patch everything in and out. They don't. And our patches, because it works off a batch file system, are bigger. Theirs isn't, which means that our updates are huge. Not everybody does all of the events or cares about stuff that need to be patched in and out. So, you know, for those that like it, we just can't upset. You don't ever want to upset some by having them have to, you know, download a 10 gig patch, reinstall 70 gigs. Yeah, there's a whole lot of reasons why we're completely different from Classic, but the main one is you know, they just, with the way the game was built, with the simplicity of the engine, that stuff. UK map would be a small game hunting map, also Falcon take 3D, just saying. That would be really cool, man. I love the community behind Classic Shelbinator. I think that's what really endeared me to the game. I mean, you put me in front of any decent hunting game, I'm going to enjoy it. But the community, man, I met some of the coolest people that came from Classic. Just doing the weekly streams and that was incredible. You know? Can we get a fix for console server stability? It's a tough one, Justin, because it's peer-to-peer. We're always trying to improve our multiplayer. But it's a wild card because what peer-to-peer, I'm sure you know this, but some don't. They're listening to me, they're going, what, am I going on a boat? Why am I going to a pier? Peers and player-to-player hosting. One player hosts. And so, like, when you host, the game's got to talk to the players. Players got to talk to the host. It goes back and forth. And then add more players. Now track all those animals. That's why it's and that's even once you get into the game. So the problem with consoles is a lot of people have a closed NAT type. And there's no saving that. So I always tell people that are having problems to check that first. But then there's folks that have got incredible internet, got the latest console, and it's still happening. And it's a tough one. Remember, the game was never designed with multiplayer in mind. It was a single player game. But the community, and I was part of it back then, was we need multiplayer. Well, they put it in. But the game was already designed, so it's a tough one, especially when it comes to complex systems like in multiplayer setups like Xbox Live. Yeah, which Deer Hunter game had the world records, but I love that one. There's so many good, man. All of the deadliest hunts, the dangerous. Oh, there were so many good ones, man. Add drivable boats and silencers. We don't ask for much. I would love to see that. Honestly, I'd love to see boats. I've thought about it, and I'm like, well, it'd be kind of redundant on a lot of the maps where, we're not the angler, you know what I mean? But like a kayak where you get portage. You can't hunt from a boat here where I live. You lose your whole show. You're going to jail. But I've been told that there's some parts of the world where you can. So, hey, we can, through the magic of storytelling, if it can be done somewhere, and we could also spin the tale so it works in our game, because it's a game, right? So yeah, it's possible. Silencers, that's a topic of discussion, let me tell you. Punt boat or punt gun DLC, that'd be cool. Classic released in 2009. So I guess I'm counting beta. Is that what I'm counting? The game life. Is that why is my phone going off? You guys didn't hear that, right? I tried very hard. I don't hear it. Anyhow, so sorry. Classic released April 2009. Right, it's going on 16. That's it. It's 16. That's what I was saying. 16 this year coming in. It's crazy, isn't it? In Botswana, you can hunt from boats. That's cool. Boats would work more like ATVs. But what if it was a kayak? I think a kayak would work really well. Why are there black flickering dots on my animals from a console player? Is my TV something? Blue, there's a couple things you can check if you go into, where is it again? Go into system and go into video. These settings right here, now you won't have everything on console, but I do believe you have some of it. And I think you have, changed some of these down. I put everything, I like it all on high. I had it all on ultra, but on high, with everything on high, I get crazy frames. On ultra, I dip below 200 sometimes, and not that I'd ever really see that. But there's some stuff in here you can change. I don't know if I think the console has, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys have this guy here, AMD Fidelity FX Super Resolution. This one will this has a big effect on those dots. It depends on your system, depends on your screen and such. So you can try changing some of these around. You can hunt from boats in Florida, but the deer must not be swimming. Really? Do I think suppressor would be too game breaking if they lowered hunting pressure like bows and crossbows? Yes. Truthfully, I'm not against it. I've informed our team how often I see it requested, and I've absolutely pushed for it because I see the community wanting it. I don't want them because I just think it's going to make it too easy. You know, I still really enjoy this game, but I miss the days of Call of the Wild 1.0. We had two options for shots: heart shot, okay, acceptable, hard to do, and spine. We all had a problem with it. All the IRL hunters were like, you would never do this, IRL. Come on. Why are we shooting the spine? Are you kidding me? But it really created a challenging scenario. When we moved to 2.0, the scoring changed, your shot locations changed. I think that for me, that made it a whole lot easier. You know, I like to really, I miss when I had to really think about my shot before I took it. You know, I had to make sure that it was going to drop, that thing wasn't going to run. I wasn't trying to kill, you know, multiple all in one. It was, yeah, I miss that. So I'd like to find a way for me to go back to that. Kayak up the river, Mississippi. Totally, Caitlin. Wouldn't that be insane? That would be, I think that would be great. There's only like field of view. You guys don't have. That's unfortunate, man. I'm sorry, I don't play on console. Partly for that reason. I don't like how it's I won't knock anything, but I'm a PC guy, so you have to forgive me. I'm not trying to tease you with what you could have on the PC side. You know, I'm not saying come to PC, but you know, that's up to you. Consoles are fantastic. I own them all except for the new ones. I haven't bought any. These are the quick kill and consecutive harvest checks were much more difficult. I know, I missed that. I missed that, Andric. I missed the consecutive harvest. For those of you who don't know the way it used to work, you had a consecutive harvest. Now, you could check it and see where your consecutive harvest was at. And if you had full consecutive harvest, that meant you had to pick everything up. If you missed one, you lost it. And then if you lost your consecutive harvest and you went to pick up a diamond, it could be a gold or even worse, a silver. You wouldn't get full score for it. I miss that. I miss quick kill. It made you think about your shot. It really teach the whole, you know, being ethical, right? To this day, I still feel bad when there's multiple at a zone and I take 2 or 3. There was points where I was trying to take 5, 6, 7. I was getting all on board with that, and I changed it up. It just wasn't. That's not hunting. You know, play COD if I want to target practice. It's around 2,000 USD for a decent PC here. Not many people can afford that kind of cash. I mean, that's not even like a good PC. Like, you know, I paid $7 for mine. I built it. This thing's launching crap into space. You know, you can get into a cheap gaming PC for, you know, I wouldn't spend anything less than about $1,200 US. You can do it for less than $1,000, but it's not going to play a lot of things, and you're certainly not going to be on max graphics. $2,000 will get you going. Absolutely, that'll get you into, you know, you'll be able to play on high graphics in a lot of games. Depends on how you build it. I only take 1 per herd unless it's birds. Yeah, it's B-Man, I'm with you. That's you know, yeah. A chance to render this for animals could be increased in the future. There is a chance. Let me elaborate on that. You know, currently there's no chance. I'm sorry. Okay, thanks for coming out. See you later. I'm sorry, but there is a chance. There is a chance, and what I mean by that is we have to make a decision to do a major overhaul, right? We would have to make a new engine. We would have to move everything, port everything. Some things would have to be recreated. So it would be a massive undertaking. But is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. Is it in the works? I don't want to burst your bubble. I don't want to burst your bubble. So I won't answer. I quit my game. Bears ain't spawning for me, SRP. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, James. They're spawning. They're absolutely spawning. Everything spawns. Well, you know, it depends. I mean, there's a lot of, I need context there, I suppose, because, you know, if you shoot it and you expect it there right away, that's not happening. But bears are also slow. They take time to get back to their respective zones, and they may not go back to that same zone. They may grab onto a new zone. And then there's also like the randomness of it, you know, where they might only visit that zone once every so many days. All these things are factors. So good luck. I hope you get it, my man. I really do. How do respawns work? I can't talk about how respawns work. I just can't. I just can't. Pretty boy, what's happening? What's going down, man? Lie. PC is best. I'm not saying a thing. I got all right on you, man. Have a good one. Have a good one, dude. Yes, they are still there. Yeah, the all those checks, they're just for cash and money. That's it. When you check your harvest screen, they're in the bottom left-hand corner. And that's it. They don't really do a whole lot for you. But if you don't have it, then you don't make as much. Anyhow, it is what it is. I'm always gonna lobby our devs to bring back consecutive harvests. I think that would even if consecutive harvests were just used for like big metals like diamonds and great ones or something. Like, I can't begin to tell you how exciting it used to be to see a diamond. Just that in itself. You'd see that diamond. But then it was like, oh my God, is my consecutive harvest up? You'd have to leave that animal and go and kill and harvest one just to make sure that you could take that so you wouldn't ruin it. It was something else, man. It really, really was. What are you doing down by the river? Or down by the water? He's a late drinker. Just traveling along. There's actually some really cool terrain over on that side as you head up into the little mountainy ridge here. It's pretty cool. It gets a little tight, but man, fight ammo in bulk would be awesome. 100%. Like Call of the Wild on consoles like playing the old Donkey Kong and old hand bit. Oh, it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. Come on. It ain't that bad. I was playing it on an old PS4 Pro and an Xbox One every year when I do the Apex Hunter comp. But one of those is broke down. So this year's going to be a challenge. Company needs to send me some consoles. If you're watching, going to need some consoles for the Apex Hunter comp this year. Or it might just be PC. Brewed a diamond cinnamon teal last night. Forgot to switch from slugs to birdshot. Oh, roll wheat. That hurts. It's better than nothing. Yeah, I hear you, pretty boy, for sure. For sure. I didn't know hard mode to bring back in second. I would love that, Andric. I would love that so much. I would appreciate more of a challenge. Me too, Chell. Me too. I am very much the guy that I need a challenge to keep me involved, to keep me coming back, and I need progression. That's why I do so many restarts. You get a challenge and you get progression all at once. But not enough of a challenge. Jaxy's true to the creators. Well, I wouldn't go that far, Jumper. You guys are the great ones in my mind. Give some hope for a native PS5 Series X version. Good to see you. What up, Kip? Good to see you, my dude. There's hope. Look, eventually we're gonna have to drop the old generations, right? There comes a point where we'll have to. That's not any time right now. Let me say that. But in the foreseeable future, it'll have to happen. That's just a thing for game development, or it ends up holding back development and things that you could do to better your game to move it forward. I forget what we do workshops and all this stuff. I forget what the shelf life was supposed to be on the aging consoles now that the new generations are out, right? Gen 9 versus Gen 8 versus Gen 10. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see it all kind of get worked out. There we go. There's that little fox. There's that little fox. Oh, we got another one. 3 easy. I gotta tell you, man, this is... Oh, I don't have a 223 with me. Back in the day, when I used to hand out challenges to my community, and I used to hand them out to fellow streamers, I used to have a whole group around us. It was so much fun. And that was always my favorite. Getting a diamond red fox with a bow. It was like torture. Seriously. It was just all the grumblings. Oh, why would you give me that challenge? Oh, it was my boy back in the day. Oh, my goodness. It's not going to be a long one today. I need to wrap things up as I'm still getting caught up in the community, and I have something I'm working on. And but we have a lot of fun stuff coming down the line, my friends. I'm really excited to see everybody's reaction, to get everybody's inputs once it's been revealed. And like I say, it's not that far away. Make sure you're following across all the socials. You've hit the subscribe and the follow button here to come and join us, my friends. Do it with two heads if you gotta. That's a Jaxy thing. If you know, you know. And yeah, make sure to come and join us in the Discord. Don't forget, we have that forum post up right now. You can find it through the announcements. It's probably the easiest way. To be the last one in the poll section. Go to the poll channel. You'll see the link to go and click it. And give us your thoughts on events. And yeah, that's it. Fun stream. Good to be back, man. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. I know 3 weeks is a good time. Always worried about hitting the button and not having anybody here. Much love from your bearded brother. We'll catch you guys around the community. We'll see you again next week. And until then, may your aim be true, and may those diamonds be flowing. Yes, sir.